Welcome. My name is Catherine. In this episode, I'm going to share my top 10 highlights of 2024. Today is December 30th, and there's just one more day left in the year. And I just like to look back and appreciate the good times I had during the year. As you watch this video, please think of the highlights that you experienced during the year of 2024 and share this in the comments. I'll be showing some records. I've taken plenty of pictures. I have some memorabilia to show you as well to make the video more interesting. So number one, I went to see the Bob Marley One Love movie on opening day, February 14th. Here's my ticket stub. And when I paid the cashier, she gave me a commemorative poster. And this was such a surprise. And I framed it and put it on my wall. And I'll just say I really enjoyed this movie. Number two, my sister gave me a gift certificate for holiday. She gave me $25, and I went to the record store and found 4 things. And I started looking at CDs because I just thought I would get better use of my money because they don't cost as much as records. So I'll quickly show these to you in order that I found them. I was looking for Bob Marley, but I ended up finding Conscious Party by Ziggy Marley, and I like the song, Tomorrow People. I enjoyed that single. Next, I found Peter Gabriel's Security, trying to find his early albums, his first 4. And then I talked about this in my Vinyl Tag 2025. I found a Genesis Abacab, and I was really excited about it because it wasn't a US copy. It's a import. It's on the Virgin EMI label. And Genesis was on Atlantic label in America. So I was really focused on that I found an import. And when I got it home, it actually had 2 booklets in it. So I put the top booklet in this jewel case. So this is what I saw when I picked up the album. But when I got home to listen to it, the one underneath was autographed. So this was such a surprise. I couldn't believe it. And I also found another import. This is also on the EMI Virgin label from England. It's a compilation from 1983. It's a double disc set, and on the cover here it says 30 great tracks from Madness, Culture Club, Kajagoogoo, Duran Duran, UB40, Phil Collins, Paul Young, Tracy Ullman, Lamal, Genesis, Rod Stewart, Howard Jones, Simple Minds, The Cure, and many more. And a few of the many more is like Men at Work, and also Men Without Hats. So this is really cool. This is all my favorite things. So number 3, Duran Duran reissued their first 5 albums on Rhino Records. And I was thinking I needed the debut album from 1981. So I placed my pre-order, and I ordered in May, but I didn't get it till July. So I'll show you this album, Duran Duran's debut. And it has this silver lining here. It was black on the original. And I got this just to get the first 3 because those are my favorite. And my favorite single on here is Planet Earth. So number 4, in December, no, maybe it was January, Billy Joel announced he was coming to Seattle. He came to Seattle May 24th of 2024, and he hasn't been to Seattle in over 10 years. And I love Billy Joel, so this was a must-see concert for me. It was an excellent show. He played for 2.5 hours. And each venue had its own poster, so I bought the Seattle poster. Highlight number 5 I attended the Howard Jones concert on August 14th with Martin Fry of ABC and Nick Hayward of Haircut 100. And I got there early to the venue because I had a VIP pass, and that would get me into the venue at 3:30, so they told me to arrive at 3. And while I was there, I met some people in line. And I met a really nice lady and had a conversation with her. And she ended up sharing her ticket. She had an extra ticket because her friend got sick. And she offered me that ticket, and it was in the front row. So this was really amazing because I have never sat in the front row at a concert in my entire life. And it just made the experience really exciting. And I was able to take some pictures and film the first 3 songs of each artist in the set list. And I was able to put it on YouTube because I got approval to do it. So that was really cool. And I'll share a little clip with you. Number 6, the 3rd week of September, I went to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and I bought a 2-day pass to visit Dollywood theme park. And the reason I wanted to go is she opened up a new museum area. It was brand new in 2024, and it's called the Dolly Parton Experience. And it tells the story of her life, how she grew up in the Smoky Mountains, and the struggles she made to become a successful artist. And I had some favorite things I saw in the museum, and I'll show you some pictures. Number 1, they had the receipt Dolly wrote the lyric for Jolene on the wall. I like seeing Dolly's guitars. And in the room, all her platinum record awards from the RIAA were on the wall. And while I was there in the gift shop, I picked up this t-shirt. It says, "Peace, love, Dolly." Number 7. On September 26th of 2024, I went to see the Paul McCartney One Hand Clapping movie. And I really enjoyed this film. It was great to have this that was in the archives and hear the Wings songs. As a little kid, I loved hearing Wings songs, and this was from 1974. And I just enjoyed the film and hearing the music when Paul was a young man. Number 8, I went to the Pacific Northwest Record Show, Fall, on November 3rd, 2024. And this was my first time attending this big show. It's held twice annually in Seattle. And when I walked in, I immediately spotted a Bob Marley figurine, and they wanted $100 for it. So I found that the records were, good value. I bought 2 records and 145 for $14. And I hope to go again in the spring. Number 9, I went to the Crystal Gayle concert at the Skagit Casino, and this was on November 15th of 2024. As a little kid, my mom was a Crystal Gayle fan, and I know a lot of her songs, and it was a really good show. She has 22 number 1 songs on the country charts, and she also has a Grammys. Before the concert, I went to the merch table, and I ended up buying an autograph photograph. So here's her autograph. I like finding autographs. And then after the show, I always kind of wait around to not be in the heavy traffic and avoid the crowd. And I just waited by the merch table and talked to some fans. And the next thing you know, Crystal Gayle walks out there. She was going to help the person working pack up the merch, and they had a show the next day. And I decided I'd introduce myself to her. I told her my name and told her I enjoyed the show and thanked her for coming. And then she offered to ask me if I wanted to have a picture with her, and of course I said yes. So here's the picture. Number 10, and the final point today, is the Cyndi Lauper farewell concert. And it was in Seattle at Climate Pledge Arena, and that was on December 1st of 2024. This is another concert I had to attend because I've been a fan since 1983 and I've never seen her. And the concert was very fun. This is the first concert I've been to that they used theatrics. When Cyndi came out on stage and they were playing the melody to She Bop, all this glitter exploded out onto the audience. So her set list began with She Bop, the Goonies movie theme, and my favorite, When You Were Mine, the song that Prince wrote for her. And there were 16 songs total, and she did talk and tell us stories about the origins of these songs. About midpoint in the show, she sang the song Shine, and she got off stage and walked out to the center stage, so she went around that stage and high-fived the people in the audience. That must have been really amazing. And once she reached center stage, she performed Sally's Pigeons, that was co-written with Mary Chapin Carpenter. And she had this white scarf that there were fans in the stage and it looked like a bird. And then after that, she sang True Colors and pulled out a rainbow scarf from a trunk that was on the stage. And I have a photograph of that. So this was really cool. And then the finale was a sing-along with Time After Time and Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And then at the very end of the concert, confetti exploded from the ceiling, and I'll show you that. And I want to show you the t-shirt I got at the Cyndi Lauper concert. It's very colorful, and I love it. So there's the front. And on the back is the cities, but they're in flowers. And Seattle's right here, this purple one. Cool shirt. It's probably the most colorful one I have in my collection now. So these are my top 10 highlights of 2024. Please share some of your highlights of the year in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And I wish you all a happy 2025. I'll see you in my next video. Take care.